Anthony and Doris Burp reporting from the sidelines. Now, fully back from the injury, Al Horford is back into the mix.
And they've been waiting for this moment, Kevin. They've had a very tough time while he's been out, and I'm sure they're breathing a big sigh of relief that he's back on the court now.
Yeah, guys, his absence left a huge hole in their rotation. I mean, we certainly saw the impact, just how much he means to this team.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got Rudy Gay, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Caspi. And there's Collison, and it's McLemore in at the 2.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable on offense. Star quality since he stepped into the NBA. But it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
Now here is Cephalosha. Here's Horford. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Now McLemore. Back to Collison. We're about 1 minute into the first. The shot is off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. And back to Cousins last year. He was the first Sacramento King to appear in an All-Star game, which is hard to believe, in over a decade. That is a long stretch, a long drought.
I'll tell you what, no question he's been doing a lot of heavy lifting here early in his career. But I tell you what, you surround him with some sick talent, and I can see rings in this young man's future.
The offensive rebound. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. It's Gay on the wing. Covered by Cephalosha. Fades. And it falls over the rim and in.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And Teague, here we go. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician. So good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
First free throw is good.
Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Right side, Scott shoots a fader. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. Scott's got his first 2 points of the night.
What great touch there on the fadeaway. Man, right in his face.
Collison kicks to Gay. And it's blocked by Scott. Here's Korver for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
They played well enough to win that game. It really could have gone either way.
Yeah, you've got to play the entire 4 quarters. I mean, they played well for 3.5 quarters, and that's just not enough. You can't expect to win if you don't play a full game.
And the shot is good.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Outside, Scott to the right side. Cephalosha kicks to Teague. Stolen by Collison. And now Sacramento on the break. Collison with the ball. Poked loose.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Stolen by Collison. Now here's Collison, the fast break opportunity. And he gets the bucket. Collison's got his first bucket in this one.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
and really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
And stolen by Cousins. And there's Gabe. That's good on the assist by Collison. Collison's got his 3rd assist on the night. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Sacramento.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnover.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
You know, when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, he's clearly one of the more talented and also one of the most emotional players in the game. He's also one of the most teed up.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Yeah, talking about Cousins' top 5 in technical fouls in each of his first 5 seasons. Among other things, that's given away a ton of free points, guys, to the opposition.
Yeah, DeMarcus is working hard to control that temper, and he knows it's important for the team. But it's hard to plug a volcano.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. The Hawks trail by 6. Schroeder kicks to Hardaway. Passes it to Schroeder. Dishes to Muscala. They need this. No good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Brooklyn Nets.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Sacramento with the ball. After the basket by Atlanta. Anderson passes to Rondo. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now here is Hardaway. 12 points his last outing.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
And he gets it to go. Rondo's got his second basket of the night.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. That one off the back iron and out. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Sacramento. They're up by 6. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
It really does. I mean, it's a lot easier to get buckets inside. That's elementary, and they've done that through one.
Teague out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Scott. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Cousins, soft touch off the glass. Cousins has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Sacramento. The Hawks trail by 8.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
Now here's Schroeder looking for his first basket still in this one.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Well, last season, the Hawks not only had a great year on the floor as they were the top seed in the Eastern Conference, but they had a pretty good day at the bank, too. They sold for a nice price. Looks like the team is going to stay in Atlanta where it belongs.
Yeah, and that's great news for Atlanta, and they were rewarded with a terrific season. A group, including Grant Hill, purchased the Hawks, and obviously will keep that group in Atlanta for many years to come.
Rondo's shot is off. Atlanta is shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Korver, no luck. Sacramento leading by 8. Gay dishes to Rondo. He feeds it to McLemore. Hits the three-point bomb. McLemore's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And one thing about Ben McLemore, he can be an absolute lights-out shooter. Last season was a big improvement over his rookie campaign. Up in field goal, three-point, and free throw accuracy. Really just scratching the surface in terms of his potential.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And a change for Sacramento. Darren Collison, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And for Ben McLemore out of Kansas, he knew he had to work harder after the Kings drafted a guy to replace him, Nick Stauskas. And, of course, Stauskas went on to have Clark an even worse rookie campaign than McLemore had the year before.
Yeah, and McLemore actually on the uptick, very much improving in year 2, and that means perhaps Stauskas will be the odd man out.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Sefolosha kicks to T. And now Sacramento on the break. And there's Gay. That's good on the assist by Collison. Gay's got the lead up to 11 now for Sacramento. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Teague against Collison. Teague the pass to Scott. Outside Korver. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Korver's got his second bucket of the night. Sacramento leading by 9. Now here's McLemore, hoping to put that miserable performance against Toronto behind him tonight. Collison kicks to Caspi. Inside. It's stolen by Korver. Oh, and here comes Korver all alone. And finished off by Scott.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. He tallied the second ever 50-50-90 season a year ago.
Making a change here. Splitters checked in. Sacramento with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Korver now in his 13th season in the NBA. Last season was his best ever, especially shooting.
Yeah, and he credits all of his improvement to the advanced off-season training regimen. Extremely dedicated. He moved his family to Santa Barbara to be closer to his trainer, and it's paid off. Man, you talk about a guy that's bounced around the league since he's been in it. Darren Collison. I mean, he's played on 5 different teams in his first 6 seasons, and he's been a contributor and an impact player on all of them.
For Darren Collison, played a career-high 35 minutes a game last year. Seemed to help him find his rhythm, Greg, on offense.
And his coach had confidence in him, and boy, did he deliver. Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that hip injury shut him down after 45 games, but a positive season for him to build upon nonetheless.
A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame, since he was having the best of his career to date.
Collison was having a career year last year, guys. I mean, 16 points a game was a career high for him, and he also shot more threes than ever before.
And that one falls for Splitter.
And I think even in the injury-shortened season, Collison showed he is still a starter in the NBA. Now, he's been used as a super sixth man in the past, but he's just as effective, I believe, at starting the game.
And the Hawks making a change here. Holiday's checked in. No good on the second free throw. And the one thing Thiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles. He knows where he's supposed to be. He gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
Now here's Teague. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Here's Horford, and he goes in for the dunk.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Now here's Collison. 17 points for him last game against Toronto.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates. And for Thiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
Here's Gay after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Gay, Horford with the rebound. 1:05 left in the first half of the game. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Jeff Teague.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, will bust the gut to carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court, and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
And here is Teague. Darren Collison with the triple. Stolen by Collison.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Muscala, he's checked in for Atlanta. Sacramento also making some changes. Koufos comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Anderson in for McLemore. Here's Gay, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Boy, nice job by Collison to make that defender feel it.
We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Teague dishes to Muscala. That's a 2 from Cephalosha, and the shot falls short this time.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Here's Anderson. Rebound, Atlanta. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, you know, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
And the first half is now in the books. Sacramento leads by 7. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Some excellent work early from Rudy Gay. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
They did an awesome-horrific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-horrific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-horrific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
I was unimpressed, Ernie. Very unimpressed with their offense. You know, guys seem to be going through the motions, not cutting, not hustling. They failed to get back into a great offensive rhythm. They'll need to step it up big in the second half to cut into this lead.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Now the third quarter about to get going.
What a great game for Gay. He's got 14 points and 1 rebound.
Here's Collison. The second half is underway, and here's who George Karl's got on the floor. We've got Collison. Rudy Gay is out there with Caspi. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's McLemore in at the 2-guard spot. The Hawks trail by 9. T kicks to Korver. There's the screen. Shot off the screen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And Mike Scott, a former second-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons, Clark. He was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, you know, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a 3-man or small forward, but what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
Scott hits them both.
And getting back to Mike Scott, his 3-point percentage and attempts have increased each year he's been in the league. With a high, quick release, he's capable of making tough shots with a hand in his face in a way other players simply can't.
The Hawks trail by 7. Outside Teague. There's the dish to Scott. Back to Teague. Here's Korver for 3. And it's Gay with the rebound.
You know, guys, we were talking about Scott shooting from downtown, but he can also score from mid-range, pick and pop off the dribble. When he's able to square his shoulders, he's deadly. I mean, he's a versatile big guy with a nice shooting touch.
And he gets it to go.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead. Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. You just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Here's Collison. He has 7. To the paint, here's Cousins. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Now here's Teague. 8 points for him. Horford the pass to Corver. Back to Horford. The shot no good. Nice D from Cousins. Collison against Corver. Here's Gay. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
The Hawks trail by 11. Teague dishes to Corver. The pass to Horford. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no. Still sliding right there.
So for the Hawks, Hardaway's. Butler, he's checked in for Sacramento. Rondo comes in for Darren Collison. Corver kicks it over to Schroeder. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Butler attacking, got a piece of it. They recover it. They get it back, and Cousins throws it down. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Schroeder kicks to Corver. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by Rondo. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Outside for Corver. From the corner. And the basket good. Corver's got 6. Sacramento leading by 11. Rondo passes to Cousins. Sacramento moving it around. Kicks it to McLemore. Pass to Cousins. No luck. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Warriors. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out Sacramento. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And checking out Sacramento, so far it looks like the adjustments they made in the offseason aren't going to produce the desired effect.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think the plan they have in place is going to get it done. This season could be another long, slow journey through the NBA cellar.
It was a trade that seemingly had been talked about for several years. Finally last season, Boston shipping out Rajon Rondo to the Dallas Mavericks, Clark, halfway through the season.
Yeah, and it seemed to me to be a trade that actually helped both teams.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And for Rondo, in the trade, he was able to get out of a rebuilding situation in Boston. It immediately helped a playoff contender in Dallas that was looking for help at that point guard position.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Splitters checked in for Horford. Mike Muscala comes in for Scott, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Kyle Korver. And he sinks the second.
And I tell you what, it was a rough go of things there early on for Rondo and Dallas. And you know, even for great players, it's always an adjustment when you go from a position of comfort to a completely new environment. And even though you're going to a better team, there's going to be some hemming and hawing in terms of your role and how you fit in.
Here's Rondo following the 3 by Atlanta. He dishes it to Cauley-Stein. Back to Rondo. Clock at 6. Atlanta with the rebound. Hardaway with it. Outside Holiday. Splitter sets a screen for Holiday. Out left to the wing. And here's Schroeder. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. No good from the wing. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Rondo kicks to Anderson. Here's the screen, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Rondo. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
No doubt. I mean, he knows how to run this offense, and that's always valuable coming off the bench.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Dennis Schroeder has drawn some comparisons to Rajon Rondo. Long arms, very quick and athletic. He's awfully tough to keep in front of you, but he's also a guy that can knock down a mid-range jump shot.
That free throw, no good. This Dennis Schroeder, in a lot of ways, like a Greg Anthony, very quick, very smart on the floor, but he's a young player, and he says, Clark, that he watched a lot of tape of Tony Parker to see how he got to the basket.
Yeah, and that's a great blueprint, especially when you consider the Hawks run a very similar system to the Spurs.
Rondo can't get it to go.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Horford, no luck.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
The drive by Rondo. It's stolen by Schroeder.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
Sacramento leading by 6. Outside Rondo. Anderson dishes to Rondo. They set the screen. Back to Anderson. There's the three. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Schroeder. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Splitter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
You know, it's been a rougher year than he expected at the line, guys. I mean, he's seen the numbers dropping off for him this year.
And the second free throw, good. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. It's Sacramento up by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The Hawks trail by 5. Horford is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Teague. And it's Holiday and at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Now here's Collison. Cousins with a screen for Collison. Deflects the pass. Gaspy. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Sacramento.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Atlanta making some changes. Splitter comes in for Scott, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Justin Holiday. And he's good on the second.
And even though he couldn't get all of them to fall, he did make it a 2-possession game.
Teague, the pass to Horford. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that. Excellent feed from D.C., Darren Collison.
Korver kicks to Splitter. Back to Korver from 15 feet away. Korver missing again.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Collison against Teague. Collison dishes to Cousins. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. 12 points for DeMarcus Cousins. The Hawks trail by 6. Splitter sets a screen for T. And it's slammed in by Splitter.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And now,
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what George Karl was saying to the team. He was highly animated when he was talking to them, telling them this is going to be a huge win for us. When we close this out, it will go a long way towards showing the rest of the league what we're capable of.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Sacramento. Now here's McLemore. An easy 2 points on the layup. And Sacramento leads by 6.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here is Korver. Sacramento making their last shot. He took good advantage of that screen.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Rondo against T. Rondo passes to Gay. Gay is double. Launches a three. Rondo, no good.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And the rejection by Cousins. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Atlanta calls timeout. It's been quite a game for Rudy Gay.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Splitter. Shot clock at 2. That's a 2 from Korver. They grab their own miss. Sacramento leading by 3. Here's McLemore. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And that's now 9 points for Ben McLemore. Hawks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Caspi. The second chance effort. Great D that time from T. Atlanta shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Hardaway kicks to Korver. Pulls it up. Korver missing again.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
There's a screen. Gay with no one around. Buries the long-range jumper. Gay's got 19 points.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Looking at the game Horford's been having, he's got 8 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
And Clark, he's been terrific in terms of his positioning and boxing out very well also, just battling hard on every possession.
2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7. So Horford gets 2.
Those free throws edge them a little closer. A couple of stops on defense, and they might not be down for long.
Rondo kicks to Gay. And there's the 3-second violation. The Hawks trail by 6. Now Teague. Sheets off the screen, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're up by 4. 1:21 left in the game. .21 left in the fourth quarter.
Not the best shot right there with the good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Rondo dishes to Cousins. Five on the clock. Moves back up, and he lays it up and in. And Sacramento leads by 6.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
It falls, and now they trail by just 4.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Mike Scott's checked in for Atlanta. Cephalosha comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Mike Scott.
44 seconds left in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Horford with it, guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Scott the pass to Korver. Korver missing again, and that's an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
The free throws go down and the lead goes up.
Teague for 3. Rebound by Caspi. So it's Sacramento now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Outside Collison. So it's Sacramento picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with Darren Collison. And Darren, what does it show about your team that you can come right back after a tough loss and get the win like you did here tonight?
It shows that we're resilient. You know, if you want to get to where you want to go, you know, these are the games we got to be able to win. If we lose one, you know, we just can't hang our head. We got to come back, you know, and try to get the next one. You know, that's going to be all year long, throughout the whole season.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gay. Tonight we saw all the reasons why he's been an established presence in this league for as long as he has. Clutch play from a great veteran. What'd you notice about his performance, Kenny?
Well, he reminded us all of how dangerous he is as a slasher. He drove the lane time and time again and got points inside to show for it. An explosive, hard-charging performance. I loved it.
As slashers go, Ernie, Rudy Gay is up there with the very best. He's got freakish physical ability. You talk about a guy who plays above the rim. Rudy can soar like a ha-ha.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.